A car would go past right now, wouldn't it? Hello, Aquarius, and Happy New Year. Your energy seems pretty good. Are you excited for the new year? Feeling good to have left 2020 behind? Really looking forward to the opportunities coming in 2021. And why wouldn't you? You've got Jupiter in your sign at last. Woo! The big boys are here. I don't know why I'm so excited. I don't know what's going on with this. Yeah, you've got Jupiter in your sign now. Jupiter is all about opportunity, abundance, progression, innovation. Um, brilliant energy. It's like your luck might be coming in 2021. So yeah, if you're feeling amazing, if you feel like 2021 is going to be a great year for you, probably is. You're probably right, and that's what the energy kind of feels like right now. Your songs, you got Heaven Can Wait by Danni Minogue, which is funny because Leo also got a Danni Minogue song. So I don't know if you've got Leo in your chart, or you're dealing with a Leo, or maybe somebody called Danny, Daniel. Could be something for you there. But you're getting this Heaven Can Wait, which is like, Heaven can wait, now you are by my side. So it's this really nice relationship where there's a lot of love there. It feels like heaven on earth. But what I was picking up on from this, it's like she says, 2 years on and still I'm head over heels now. So it's like, it's however, like it could be that you've been in a relationship and time has passed, but it still feels like you've got that new, like happy energy of like a new romance. Or now I was picking up on this. I was like, it feels to me like it's a new love. Um, for some of you, again, take it as it resonates, leave it as it doesn't. But for some of you, this is a new love. It's new, it's fresh, and it's like somebody's full of optimism about it. And it's like they can see themselves in 2 years and still being in love and still being in head over heels. And it's like they can see the whole future with this person. It's like heaven can wait because you're here by my side. Because as I was thinking this, the Ace of Cups fell out, the Magician, and the King of Cups. So to me, Ace of Cups is like a new love interest, and then the King of Cups is like everything you could want from a partner. It's like very mature emotions. So it's like the Ace of Cups goes to from this new energy into this like very mature energy. A lot of love there, and the Magician was in between. So the Magician is manifesting, making it happen. Almost like dreaming, fantasizing about where this could go, but in doing so, actually making it happen. You've got a lot of manifestation power in your sign at the moment, so keep that up. So either way that resonates for you. If you don't have a new love interest, it's like you knowing what you want, and believing in your dreams that you can make it happen. As I was thinking this, I got this wave of like, it's quite new to me. It happened in a reading, I think, within the last week or two. It's like I've always had this heat that travels up my body. It's like a I call it Kundalini energy. It's like just this really hot energy that like passes up my body, up my spine. It's like my back goes really hot and I start to overheat. It's very sexual energy. This energy that is coming in for me now is like it's like a cold heat. So I get really goosebumpy. All my hair stands on end, and it's very. I can't describe it as anything other than like a cold heat, but it's like it feels beautiful, like goosebumps, like really pleasurable. So interesting energy. I just heard the crow as well there. So I got that feeling again, that kind of like cold goosebump pleasure energy. Really nice. There She Goes, the LA's, was your next song to come through. There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain. Sorry, you have to put up with my singing on my channel. I just can't help myself. I love that song though. So really, yeah, really nice. Like, I don't know if this is two people thinking about each other, like imagining where this is going to go. Really like, living rent free in each other's brains. It feels gorgeous. It feels so hopeful and like so full of potential and so happy, and like I'm gonna cry. Like literally, I feel the emotion welling up inside myself. Then it's so nice. So if this hasn't happened for you yet, I feel like you have the potential for this to come in. So keep that manifestation, that positive thinking high, because like I say, Jupiter's in your sign right now. Anything is possible for you. Interestingly, as I was listening to that There She Goes song by the LAs, from this deck here, the vision came out, which is like a shared vision between two people. It's got owls on that card. So yeah, this it's like you and this person, you're living rent free in each other's heads, but you've got like the same vision of the future. It's gorgeous. I love this energy. And then the comic fell out. Now the comic immediately gave me like comedy clubs, because I was looking at the song title for the LAs. It's got like an eye on it. And I was looking at that, and I think I was thinking about LAs, and I was like, do you pronounce it like the La's, or is it the LAs? And I was thinking Los Angeles. And then they showed me a comedy club, like the stage with the microphone. So I don't know if you've met somebody in a comedy club, maybe you had a first date with somebody in a comedy club, maybe somebody is a comedian or some kind of stage performer, because as I read the Lord's Prayer, as I was kind of like getting started up for the reading again, I don't believe in one religion. I believe in everything. Everything is one big whole thing, but I do the Lord's Prayer to kind of tune in, just because I think it has nice messages in it. As I was doing that, what happened? I was sat very upright, and I almost felt like I was kind of getting this image of when children are doing a play at school, and they go out on the stage, and the teacher tells them enunciate. I was literally hearing enunciate in my head. Enunciate, almost like somebody who works for the RSC, the Royal Shakespeare Society or something. It was like almost like Brian Blessed, or one of those like brilliant Shakespearean actors. Enunciate. And this child being on the stage, and when they've like learnt the lines perfectly, and they speak very clearly, and they really like project the voice, and everything comes out beautifully, and I really had that feeling. And then they gave me So I Married an Axe Murderer, and it's so funny how like the parallels between the two signs that I'm doing this week, because Leo had I'm Not Worthy, which is a scene from Wayne's World with the actor Mike Myers, and So I Married an Axe Murderer is also a film with Mike Myers in. I think that song, There She Goes, I think it's in that movie, which is why that connection was made there. And now they're giving me Elastica, a connection is made, so I'll write that down for you in a tick. But yeah, So I Married an Axe Murderer. Now, it's funny, and I don't know why you're in my reading if you know who you are, but you are. So I don't know how many people this is also going to carry over to. But Pisces' reading last week, I was getting this stuff about, it was coming through a scary movie, where the scene is Scary Movie where she's like, do you want to play psycho killer? And it's like, I was getting all this stuff about like axe murdery stuff, or like Mike Myers, right? So like murdery stuff, and I was getting scared, I was getting worried. I was like, what is this energy? I'm actually quite scared of this energy. But then with that Scary Movie scene, I was like, no, hang on, this is like role play or something. And then I worked out that it was somebody doing a murder mystery thing, or something like that. I kind of like, I worked it out, and I was like, well, I'm going to wait for Pisces, because it came through in their reading, and I'm going to explain to them what it was. But I know an Aquarius who was also doing a murder mystery, so hi, if you're watching, sorry to shout you out in my reading, but like, you're here, so hi. But yeah, so that's what that is coming through as. Mike Myers, So I Married an Axe Murderer, is not a literal murderer, for those of you who are panicking right now. It's like murder mystery, role play. Maybe you're just really into detective stories or something like this. So yeah, no, less worried about that than I was last week in Pisces reading, when it was coming through as well in the days before, because I pick up things, it kind of spreads across a few days. I was thinking, oh my god, what is this? Is somebody literally going to murder somebody? But no, it's yeah, okay. We are going to pull a song. So this is just to remind my guides, this is a general reading please, for Aquarius. So we're going to try and get messages for as many Aquarians as we possibly can. So we're still doing New Year's Eve for the last couple of signs here. It's the New Year's Eve readings. And Enemies New Year's Eve 2020 party playlist. Here we go. Shake it off. Aquarius, the best message, the best song for Aquarius, please, for this reading today. Aquarius? Well, that was a nice start. That's the person being like, ah, I'm being murdered. Okay, so we've got the Libertines. So Liberty, up the bracket. I don't know this song. Maybe you know this song. Maybe immediately you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it's that song. I'm also noticing all these fours here. You've got 444. Fours are about stability, foundations, laying down solid foundations for a brighter future. So you could be very interested in this time about um, kind of like the future of the planet, the future of the community. It's very Aquarian energy to be that way. Really thinking about we've got to make things better for everybody. We've got to really lay solid foundations now. In society, in politics, in the systems of the world, which create this freedom for everybody, freedom of expression. I'm just seeing it as liberty. So I don't know the meaning of this song. I don't know the song immediately, so when I listen to it I may recognize it, but I'm going to listen to that off camera, see what messages come through from that, and then we're going to pull some cards for you. So I'll be back in a moment, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. I'm not sure what I'm taking from that song. You may want to go and have a listen to that song, look up the lyrics yourself. There's a few names in there. There's Peter, there's Joseph, which definitely means something to me. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on in there. Peter Doherty as well. A song came through for somebody else. I think it might have been Cancer. Last of the English Roses by Pete Doherty. He's the lead singer of the Libertines. That came through for Cancer yesterday, so I don't know if you're dealing with somebody with that placement, with that sign, or you've got that placement yourself. There could be something there. I don't know why it's standing out to me so much. The name Peter as well. Right, okay, I've got my coffee. Let's get into this. We want to pull a card, please, for Aquarius. So, general reading, please, for the collective of Aquarians. What's going on for Aquarius in 2021, please? Tell me what's going on for Aquarius in 2021. I've got the temple there as well. So definitely maybe looking after your body. Your body is your temple. Maybe getting some kind of connection with spirituality in whatever form that may take, whether that's yoga, meditation, a variety of different religions, or just a general sense of spirituality. It does feel, especially with Saturn in Aquarius at the moment, Saturn is about those kind of like formal structures. It's interesting, I'm doing this with my hands as well without really realizing it. I'm kind of making this triangle shape, and triangles as well, if you think of like the Star of David, it's like a downward triangle and an upward triangle, so pointing up. What above, as above so below, is that the phrase? On earth is in heaven. So again, that does have religious connotations. It's actually been used by a lot of different religious groups. It's not specific to one, although it's famous for, famously connected with a specific one. So I don't know, perhaps there's something there for you. But yeah, the triangle shape is coming through to me as like as above, so below. And I've lost what I was going to say. I was going somewhere with that and it's gone. No, but this finger on this hand is tingling, so I don't know if that means something to you. Again, I always think it's like when people go to hospital and have one of those clips put on the finger. The vow. This talks about it. Immediately gives me like wedding vows, and my issue with this card, and again it depends on all the other cards that come out around it, it's very strongly like wedding vows though, with the temple, which is like a church, right? And with the vow, which is could mean a wedding vow. What I don't like about this card, if you look closely, I mean, perhaps this is just something that happens in religion where like people put two hands together. It's like, right, you're now one. But what I don't like about it is it's like they've been forced together. It's like two hands being forced together by this third hand. And I see this as a very controlling religious institution, or a very controlling traditional culture, where it's like two people have literally been forced together. So whatever circumstances that is, yeah, so I have issue with this card, and you get this a lot, Aquarius. You really do get this a lot, and I know it's not everybody, because I know some Aquarians are very, very happily married, but and for some of you, you definitely have some kind of difficulty with, I mean, you're a very, very individualistic sign. So I think you've got a respect for these things, but also you do have this sense of like wanting to be independent. So I think it came through for you a while back, and it keeps popping up where there's something to do with like wedding rings, feeling almost like a slave collar, where it's like it's a symbol of ownership, a symbol of oppression, especially if you look at the culture, the history of marriage. So something there, yeah, it's very much like ownership. They're showing me cows, like a cattle market. So somebody definitely has a very strong distaste for marriage. So for some of you, that's what it is. It's not for all of you. And I know that some of you are very, very, very happy in the relationships that you're in. So, but I do have to say what's coming through, and it comes up all the time for Aquarius. So let's see. I really hate the idea of two people being forced together, because I mean, I'm Libra, Sun and Venus, so for me it's like life is all about love, and it's all about those kind of like soulmate connections. I am like, I'm an air sign, so I'll come across as like being a little bit like cold and calculating sometimes, but in my heart, like the thing that gets me is always like Romeo and Juliet stories, and like, I don't know, West Side Story. I remember like being introduced to that when I was really young, and it being like heartbreaking to me. So these kind of like star-crossed lovers stories, just absolutely like, they're my trigger. So to me, it's like love is the most important thing, and especially unconditional love. And the thought of two people being forced into a union when the heart's not in it is absolutely like, it makes me feel dead inside. And you can see almost like it's like the blackness here of it, the blackness of this, where like all the gold and the light is out here with this kind of like freedom which this bird is flying to. So I'm sorry, I'm not trying to kind of, and again, I'm not anti-marriage. Like, I am very pro-marriage if it's like, if it's two people who absolutely love each other and who suit each other and who build each other up and who like are the wind beneath each other's wings, like totally pro-marriage. Like, I'm the sort of person who sobs at the end of that cheesy song by Taylor Swift where it's like when the music picks up and she's like, and it's like, marry me, Juliet, you never have to be alone. It's like, oh, my heart. So it's not that I'm against marriage. I'm not trying to like force my opinions on anyone here. It's genuinely this thing that keeps coming up with Aquarius, where it's like you've got this kind of maybe like an internal struggle, where you've got like some kind of like you like the idea of it, but maybe there's some kind of like resistance where you want to be independent. I think it's just come through the entire time that I've been doing Aquarius readings. So yep, but it doesn't have to mean that. So if you are absolutely happily married and you're like, what is she talking about, just see it as like something to do with spirituality, and there's some kind of vow that either needs to be reinforced or broken. So some kind of commitment you've made, and it could be anything. It could be like a commitment to your health, a commitment to pick your grandma up and take her to the shops every week, or you know, like it could be anything. Some kind of promise you've made that is maybe a bit shaky at the moment, and you either need to like do something to kind of reinforce it, to kind of solidify it, or to break it and end that promise, you know, end that contract, whatever it was. So again, it could be like a work contract, you know, anything. But I'm going to read from the book, and we're going to see what the book says. And anything that jumps out as relevant, take. Anything that's not relevant, just leave behind, because that's for somebody else. The promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood, as a mark of union. I mean, don't do that, because to me that's like, I remember My Girl, the film My Girl, and they prick the fingers and put the fingers together, and like all the parents like went absolutely mad because they were like, we do not want our children doing that. It's like the AIDS was a pandemic thing, like you know, there's a lot of fear around that. So like, don't mix your blood. Boys and girls, that's not healthy, unless you're talking about like making a baby, because again, you know, be safe. But if you make a baby, kind of, they are a mix of both of you, aren't they? That's nice. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls for us to acknowledge the vow that we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You have been underestimating the power of your promises. I'm getting distracted because I've got an energy that's holding my hand in a similar way to this, right? It's like a pressure on the back of my hand. I'm showing you as if you can see it. You can't see it, but I can feel the pressure on the back of my hand. When light, bearing witness to the shift towards destiny. When dark, unconscious vows, unkept promises, and messy karma. Go deeper, learn the yamas, the 5 vows of the seeker. Think of the last promise you made. Was it to yourself or another? Has it been upheld or broken? Anytime the energy of the vow is present, we are in the archetypal realm of the ceremony and ritual, again, the temple card up there, that means time stands still and anything is possible. Wow, that's exciting. Let's see what's possible for you, because that is one of the questions I'm going to ask today in your reading, but I'm going to drink some coffee first because that's important. Okay, we're going. We're going to ask, what lesson was Aquarius supposed to learn in 2020? Wow, immediately. Okay, we're going to pull a clarifier. It's in reverse. So, in the upright, this is a card about moving on to calmer waters. Being in a situation that's very, very choppy and turbulent. Could be that there's arguments or conflict. Something about the situation that you're in, whether that be work or family life, friends, some kind of situation where everything's got very, very messy and choppy. You can see here these kind of like spirit guides, these black crows are actually dragging this person out of the situation. She's carrying that baggage. She's kind of weighed down. She's looking down. She can't see where she's going. A lot of confusion there. So Spirit's here to kind of pull them out of that situation and move them to a calmer place. 2020 has created situations where we've been stuck, where we've not been able to move forward. Mentally you may have moved forward, but physically you may be stuck in that place where there's conflict or problems. Again, possibly this is what the cards are saying. You can see it in front of you. So again, if it's not your reading, just leave it. It could be somebody around you. So the lesson you've been learning is something to do with being stuck with not being able to move forward from a place where there's conflict. It could be that you need to resolve the conflicts and recommit to certain vows, or it could be that it's keeping you in place because Spirit may be trying to teach you that you're not in the right place, but you really need to be stuck there to see it, if that makes sense. So it could be that you are mentally ready to move on from a situation, but physically you're still there. So it could be that, this is happening for quite a lot of people. So again, I don't want to keep making this about marriages, but that's the strongest message that's coming through. So again, if it's not your thing, just see if it fits a different scenario for you. But the scenario that's coming through, which is, I know the situation for a lot of people, where it's like normally two people in a relationship, they have their own things going on. They have their own friends, they have their own workplaces, and they kind of come and go and see each other for part of the day and then go off. So with lockdown, a lot of people have been like all of a sudden like caged in the home with the families, with the children, with the partners, and it's like 24/7 with each other, and it can become, it's natural and it's normal to feel this way. But any kind of small niggling issues that you'd normally be able to just kind of like turn away from and walk away and be like, I'm just leaving the situation, I'm going to go and talk to my friends about it. You've not been able to do that. So it's like you've almost been forced to face conflicts or problems within some kind of situation. Again, it could be a workplace, right? It could be it could be anything. But you're being forced to face conflicts instead of walking away from them or just kind of like distracting yourself from them. So there's something to do with that for you in 2020. I don't know how this is going to resolve. It could go one of two ways, I guess. Look at it as well. 5 of Swords on the bottom there with more crows. There's definitely something pecking your head. It's like this is like thoughts. Again, it could be like somebody who's just constantly like in your ear, bothering you. You know, someone who's very critical, maybe someone who's like always telling you you're not, you know, you're not good enough, or always kind of mithering you, kind of trying to do your own thing, and this person's here like, meh, 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 meh. So it definitely feels like really kind of wanting to be free from it as well with that figure back there. It's like, I just want to, it's like maybe you go out for walks or something to kind of like get away from the person who's overly critical. And yeah, Six of Cups there, nostalgia underneath. What am I doing here? What needs to be released? What does Aquarius need to release, please, as we go into 2021? This is a very young energy. It's kind of like my my recon card or my stealth card, stalker card even, not in a scary way, but like somebody who's maybe like, I'm seeing it as doing some kind of online learning. It could be literally somebody who's a student. They've been learning something like an online course, or they've been studying something or someone. There's something here to do with, like, again, this kind of gives me like walking a tightrope or walking on eggshells. There's something that's a little bit precarious for you here. But it's your thoughts, it's your ideas that are actually keeping you afloat here. So I'm going to pull clarifiers on that because I'm not quite sure what that is. It could be a couple of different things. They're giving me tightrope very strongly. I can actually hear the word tightrope. So walking a tightrope, it feels very precarious, whatever this is that you're doing. What opportunities are coming in, please, for Aquarius? What opportunities will come in? Oh, look at that. It's hidden. You're being really secretive. Some of you are walking away from a situation, but you've been doing some research on it. The world card is, look at, this is very similar now to a Leo's reading. I don't know if you've got a Leo placement, you may want to go and watch that as well. But this is, the world card is all about learning lessons. There's a couple of things here that's coming through. So with this card here, with this placement here, this is like you learning the lessons and getting ready to move into a new situation, possibly a new relationship, where there's like a new romantic interest or a new friendship. There's a new connection here that you want to explore, possibly. But the main thing here is like the world card is like completing some sort of big major cycle, some learning lesson in your life. So for some of you, it could be literally you're a student, you've been at university, you've completed the course, and you're going to go into kind of a new situation. Others of you, it's like something again to do with online. I was picking that up here, like online learning, distance learning. Doesn't necessarily have to be learning about a course, although that is coming through very, very strongly with that being a student there, and this being about completing some kind of like learning lesson. Oh, if that happened for a reason. This is the Page of Cups. Here's the person coming in with this cup. It can also symbolize an apology, so somebody could be making an apology, but I see this more as like somebody coming in. It's very naive energy. You've got two almost like childlike energies here, but somebody's coming in with like a new cup, they're extending themselves somehow to you, or there's an opportunity for you to do this to somebody else. But yeah, it's the world card can be the World Wide Web, and here this is kind of like giving me electronic learning. For others of you, it came through in Leo's reading, so I'm going to mention it. But I've been picking up on a while for somebody who is working in some kind of like electronics or technology field, where they are actually literally going to go and be a professor or a teacher to other people. So they're going to take on students. So could be relevant for you, could not be. I feel like it's just probably one person, but it's like this card as well represents global travel, like literally moving to a new place, like a new location. So take anything that resonates there, leave anything that doesn't, and we'll see what else comes out for you. So can you tell me, please? I'm really noticing the yellow as well here, and the greens of these cards, but particularly the yellow. And can you see how this yellow is like being stuck in some place, in some kind of, it could just be a work contract, right? Some kind of contract, where it's kind of gone dark, like there's no potential there. It's maybe a bit depressing, and it's like looking out of your window or looking out studying, like exploring, probably on the internet, all these other opportunities that are outside of that space that you're in. There is a sense as well of like time passing, like this could be like moon cycles or something. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there could have been 9 months, 9 months pregnancy. Or it could be something that happened 9 months ago and you spent 9 months looking at this, researching this, because I feel like it's a major move. Whatever you're doing or whatever you're planning on doing, this is a big opportunity for you, remember. And like I said, Jupiter is in your sign. Jupiter is the biggest planet, full of potential and opportunity. So definitely you've been researching something, and it's like you've been researching something outside of yourself very strongly on the internet, and it's like coming in. You can see how it's like filtering in here, this yellow light. I don't know if I'm just gonna lift it up so you can really see that yellow light coming down. And she's looking up and she's really happy. So she's about to step through into a brand new phase of her life. He, she, they. But it's coming from that space of research. But it's like you may be over researching, which may be why this needs to be released. It's maybe like you've almost like they're giving me, I've got to be sure before I walk out that door. Oh, I want to break free. Oh, I want to break free. So you're doing this research because you really, really want to be sure, but you may be over-researching. You may be like almost procrastinating because you're like, oh, I'm just going to check one more thing. I'm just going to check one more thing because you're a bit scared of this opportunity. I heard feel the fear and do it anyway. I don't know where that came from, but I heard it. So what challenges may Aquarius face? There's that Page of Cups again. So you may be challenged. I'm going to have to pull a clarifier. It could be a number of things. So for some of you, you may be challenged by some kind of apology or some kind of like return from somebody from the past. For some of you, you may be falling head over feet in love with somebody. Excuse me, sorry, you can literally see his head is under his feet, head over feet. And it's very immature as well. It's like the Page of Cups. So it's almost like maybe like feeling like a kid again, feeling a little bit like, I'm just getting this like really giddy, giggly, like childlike energy of like being in love for the first time, like having a bit of a crush. You can see these two hands here as well that make this like love heart shape. And also interesting, it's got this kind of like atomic symbol there. Oh, sorry, I'm just showing you a close up of my finger. I've got a little bit of eczema flaring up. Just because of the cold, and my hands have gone a bit chapped. I've been doing a lot of cleaning as well, so I'm sorry that my hands are a bit gross today. You can see like this little atomic symbol here. It's like they're giving me Elastica again. A connection is made. It's like like an atomic connection. It's coming through weird. Maybe somebody's really into kind of like not just technology but like physics. And it's almost like his heart's pounding in his chest. It's like, knock, knock, can I come out? Can I come out? Yeah. So the challenge may be actually expressing this love or making this offer, making this, offer. It could be somebody's proposing to somebody. Could be that's why the world is here. So for some of you, it could be making the connection, making the vow, making the offer, which is challenging. It's scary, right? Because there's this element of like when pigs fly. So like it's too good to be true. When pigs might fly, this is impossible. This is a daydream. This is a fantasy. Is this real life or is this a fantasy? Are they both Queen songs? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. So something there for somebody who's still going. Bohemian Rhapsody again, that's Wayne's World again. So Mike Myers keeps coming through for some reason. I'm just going to pause and write those songs down. Right, okay, 3 of Pentacles there on the bottom. So this is like working with other people, working as part of a team, everybody bringing their own skills to the table to kind of build something, to make something happen. You can see it's like really like pleasurable as well. It's like really happy. Yeah, this is like, you might have somebody who's like the boss, the leader, the person who can organize everything. You might have like the creative type who has all the ideas. You might have the practical person who like actually puts in the hard work and makes things happen in a practical sense, like the crafts person. So the person who's skilled in actually making the thing. So I'm liking your reading. It's looking really nice, actually. Definitely starts with a challenging energy, but that's the point. If you didn't have the challenging energy, you wouldn't learn any lessons, would you, in 2020? So challenging year for everybody, but definitely one where we've all learned and grown, and we've maybe gained a sense of direction about what we do and don't want in life. So tell me more about this Six of Swords, please. Yeah, so something may have been delayed. You may have maybe 9 months ago, right? That would have been when COVID started, because that would have been March, right? January, February, March. Yeah. So maybe you were going to again take flight somewhere. Maybe you were going to go for some kind of opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles, my nose is clicking. That gives me like maybe someone's got nose problems, or like maybe somebody's not being very truthful, something like that. But here's this offer. Again, it could be a proposal. It could be a literal proposal, like a marriage proposal. It could be a work proposal, a project, something somebody wanted to get off the ground. It was very, very new. It's kind of like more of a concept, but it seemed like a great idea. Aces are like something that's divinely guided. It's beautiful as well. It's like depicted as being like this sun energy. Like, look, it's like that's the thing that's going to fill that gap. That's like, or it's like behind it, you know, like that opportunity's there. Like, look at the sun shining behind it. But because of COVID, I think maybe somebody's not been able to take some kind of opportunity, or it's like this thing it's stalled, right? You couldn't move on. There you were trying to move on from a situation, trying to go for this new opportunity, but it's stalled. You can't go. Everything's ground to a halt. So you've not wasted the time though. You spent these 9 months researching. I'm getting into this. There's Six of Pentacles there, so there's like something about balance there. Maybe something's not quite fair. You can see one gift is higher than the other, in some kind of sharing opportunity there. What's this? Five of Wands, conflict. Yeah, could definitely have been some conflicts around some kind of like work situation, or maybe you fought for a job, you fought for a promotion of some kind, or you fought for an opportunity. There was a lot of competition around it. I feel like you got it, or like the decision's been delayed, like the whole thing has just stopped. So what's this Page of Swords? You've been like researching, gaining knowledge, studying, perhaps actually taking like online courses to kind of give you the edge over the competition. So tell me about the Page of Swords. Yeah, oh gosh, there you are, Aquarius, that's you. King of Swords. Again, go and check out that Leo reading if you're dealing with a Leo, because I feel like you showed up in their reading. King of Swords is like, you've got that information now. You've got all the knowledge. You're very, very mature in whatever this is. Because, right, the Page is the student. They've got learning to do. And the King is like matured. They've done the learning. They've learned all the lessons that there were to learn, that there was to learn. This ain't not no mangled grammar. So, yeah. So this is like gaining the clarity, having the information, being able to communicate some sort of truth. The sword's up, which indicates there is something to communicate, or some action that needs to be taken, or something that needs to be cut out. This king is sat there with these butterflies on their throne. So it's like there is some kind of transformative energy for you here. And it's because you've done some work, you've done this studying, you've gained this maturity in a situation, in some kind of knowledge or plan or concept or communication. Could be studying communications at college. So whatever it is, it's like you've done it, you're ready, you've learned all the lessons with that World card. Again, technology, innovation. But this is what you need to release. You need to release it because you've learned all the lessons. And then you've got this transformation energy, which again ties into this World card, because it's like stepping through a portal, leaving something behind and moving into some kind of new opportunity. Right, World card, please. Tell me about the World card. Tell me about the World card. Why is the World card here? You are a badass being full of life, love and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. And it's here with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, here's the fear. I feel like Capricorn had a very similar reading last week, where it was like, did they tell me feel the fear and do it anyway? It just came back up again. This is the fear, this is the anxiety. And I was saying in that other reading, I mean, again, maybe you're on the cusp, go and watch that reading if this is you. It's not this week's reading, it's the reading before. I'm sure it was Capricorn. And it was like, when you're on the verge of something new and wonderful, like literally Jupiter is in your sign, this is a huge, big opportunity. I'm surprised that the Wheel of Fortune isn't here. you're about to take that step, you're about to move into something new. I really just feel like I'm just noticing all these geometric shapes, and like I was noticing the atomic symbol there, so it could be definitely something to do with like maths or like logic. It's like concepts. The word atomic is coming through. Hang on. I was going to pause, but my video cut out anyway. They're giving me the words geometry, something else, and tetralogy. Oh, I was talking about the Star of David. They kind of like the upwards triangle and the downwards triangle. Tetralogy, I feel like it's like something to do with 3. And I'm also noticing like the yellow light coming here, and then there's 2 yellow lights coming off these 2 as well, but these 2 are being left behind. These 2 aren't included, so there's something to do with 3, like the 3 points on a triangle, and you've got this 3 of Pentacles here, which is like 3 people working together. Queen of Cups underlined there as well, so I don't know what that is. There's also 3 people here on this card. I don't know what that is, but perhaps that's something very, very relevant to you. Like technology maybe, but it's coming through as tetralogy. So yeah, huge amount of fear here, because this is such a huge new cycle. It's like you could literally be like completely leaving like your current life behind, like everything behind, and moving into something entirely new. But it's really good. It's so full of potential. But as you're about to make that move, here comes the fear, and it's totally normal for that to happen. It's totally normal to feel that sense of fear and overwhelm and anxiety and like overthinking and like thinking, oh my god, what could happen? But there's something here to do with that song that you had. Was it Heaven Can Wait by Danni Minogue? 2 years on and still I'm head over heels now. So there's something to do with manifesting. So when this fear is going to hit, you're going to be scared. It's normal. So feel the fear and do it anyway. I may entitle your reading that. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Fortune favours the bold. He who dares wins, right? So yeah, don't let that hold you back. So this is something about mindset. So you could go into this with this mindset, but this is going to hold you back. It's negative energy. You're manifesting negative results if you indulge in this fear too long. So you need to really like, maybe that's why Leo's connecting with your reading. You maybe need to like pull some of that Leo confidence in to yourself. You are a badass being, full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. So go into it, whatever this is, with this mindset. Keep your head held high, feel the fear and do it anyway. Use the fear as a catalyst to propel you forward. The adrenaline, use the adrenaline from the fear and take action. Fight, don't flight, because you're on the verge of something absolutely massive here. Page of Cups. Tell me about this Page of Cups, please. Queen of Swords. You've got a perfect match here, the King and Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, and it's with the Ace of Cups. So whatever this is for you, again, it doesn't necessarily have to be like marriage or anything like that. It's funny that the Ace of Cups came out and ended with the King of Cups, and I was talking about manifesting. So the Queen of Cups has very clear vision. The Queen of Swords has very clear vision. You can see she's literally facing forwards here. I'm getting too much all at once, I'm sorry. She's literally facing forward. She's like at the head of the ship. She knows where she's going. She's communicating things. She's open, she's honest, she's strategic, she's clear. Very much like just clear vision energy here. Look, she's even like pointing forward. She's like, we're going this way. She's also got this butterfly and this phoenix as well, this rebirth energy that's coming through. Butterflies and phoenixes, they all kind of rebirth. And look, it's like the birds are pulling you. The birds are here supporting you the entire way. So this is kind of like spiritual guidance in some way. So the birds are there trying to pull this person out of a situation. The birds are here helping this person learn. The birds are here with the King of Swords moving forwards. The birds here with the Queen of Swords moving forwards. So the birds know where to go. The birds are trying to pull this person out of this darkness. This is a kind of power couple. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it can be. It could be colleagues, friends, but it's two people who... You had the vision card in the underline, didn't you? I swear that was for you. Yeah, the vision, the comic. So this is like knowing where you're heading, having a clear vision, clear strategy. Everybody knows, everybody shares this vision, everybody knows where they're heading. Again, 3 people, look, 3 birds. And then here's the offer coming in, this divine offer, divine opportunity, divinely guided, a gift from the universe, over emotional. That there's no shortage of love there or emotions for this situation. The King and Queen of Swords can be very cold. They're very logical, the strategic, the thinkers. So they can sometimes get out of their emotions. It doesn't mean they have no emotions. It just means they tend to be led by the thoughts rather than the heart. But here there is this emotional connection there. They're just not swamped by it. And there's a huge amount of potential here. This could definitely go somewhere. This is you, Aquarius, here, the hanged one, and the three of Pentacles again. Look, and the four of one, and the World again. Oh my God, look, and the Chariot there, taking action. The Lovers. There's 3 people again. The Moon, secrecy, Queen of Pentacles. Right. I feel like these 3 cards. So, something to do with 3 people working together is going to have this celebration feel. This could be some kind of event, some kind of celebration of some sort of milestone. It could be that you're starting some kind of business, and you're going to celebrate it with other people. It's like, I feel like you're here, you're sat in, from our point of view here, from the camera's point of view, and these people are walking up to come and meet you. You're going to have like a party. You're going to celebrate something. You're going to celebrate this new cycle with this World card here. Stepping through this portal into this new opportunity. It's like this huge, it feels very, very celebratory. And you've not been able to celebrate it because you've been stuck. Right, okay. I think that's everything that's coming through that. So who's the 3rd person then? Because there's a King and Queen of Swords. But this, I'm definitely picking up on 3 energies. So who's the 3rd person? It's like it's undecided. Could be Leo. Could be Virgo. Sorry, not Virgo. Scorpio, Libra. It's undecided. It's not been decided who the 3rd person is yet. But here comes that person, that Lancelot, riding in with an offer. Freedom, celebration, confidence, loyalty, rebirth. Right. 8 of Pentacles, there you are. That's working on something over and over again. And look, she's working on something online. She's tablets, communication, electronics, very much attached to your sign. You are a sign of technology. Right, okay, let's I'm really caught up in your reading. Let's oh sorry, the Hanged One. This is your energy. This is you looking at things from different perspectives, working outside the box, being able to put yourself in other people's shoes. There is a sense of like there being some sort of hold up again, but it's giving you time to contemplate something. Right, okay, I just felt really, really sick then all of a sudden. Maybe it's because the thought of being hung upside down, but and as I say that, look what's on the bottom of the deck, the Pat Spirit. They're showing me a film called Son-in-Law. It's a really old film with Pauly Shore in it, and a girl like from a farm goes off to college, and she meets this this kind of like, he's like the student advisor and he's really quirky, but when she meets him he's kind of like hanging upside down. I also, it was in New Girl as well, the character Schmidt was like hung upside down by one of those things. It's like something you put your feet in and you hang upside down, so I don't know if somebody has one of these. Schmidt kept on passing out. I don't know, maybe that's relevant to somebody somehow. Right, I'm just trying to get my head back together. As you would, right? If maybe hung upside down, you passed out. What am I asking? Spirit guide. So a spirit guide, please, with some good advice for Aquarius as we move into 2021. Can I get a spirit guide for Aquarius, please? Spirit guide for Aquarius. Wait, has something flipped? Yeah, something's flipped. So you've got the hawk spirit there is flipped. Let spirit be your guide. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. You've got too many. Peacock spirit, let it shine. In the underline there, 46, 32, 33, they're consecutive. Now, I went through this entire deck when I first got it. Well, not when I first got it, but soon after I got it. And I went through and I made sure that no cards were consecutive. I mixed them all up. So they have reordered themselves. The bat spirit, but it's the right way up. Okay, so coming out of that period of being upside down. Look, you've got 3 cards, 3 people. The hawk, the bat, the horse. Okay. Wow, what's going on? I'm so confused, but it's like exciting. 5 there. So the bat spirit is number 5. Could be like the bat spirit's coming out of lockdown or something, I don't know. But look out for these animals. These animals could mean something to you. If you see these animals in like media, in TV shows, if you hear somebody singing a song about a horse, pay attention, because spirit could be trying to get your attention. It could be they're trying to draw you to your own thoughts. It could be that they're trying to point you in some sort of direction. So just pay attention if you see any of these 3 animals. So with the bat being in the reverse, this is a protection message again here. So in the upright it's a rebirth is assured, and again I was talking about that rebirth energy, especially with that world card there, right? But let's see what it says. Protection message. What are you refusing to let die? Bat spirit is gently nudging you to let go of your need to cling to the familiar story that has already run its course. A new story is poised to be born. Some dreams were only meant to last for a moment in time. Sometimes they were only there to slow you down as you recalibrated in preparation for the new life that will give you what you really want. Perhaps you need to grieve as you say goodbye to something. At least you're saying goodbye to its familiar form. Perhaps you must let go of a part of you that must die so that you can be reborn. This temporary time in the dark doesn't have to be scary or sad though. Bat spirit gives you her powers of perception and awareness as you learn to listen deeply and navigate these unknown caves of temporary emptiness. You will emerge with a new perspective, and Bat spirit will witness your giving birth to the life that matches the intentions and desires of your heart and soul. I don't know if I read that very well then. I'll just do that so you can pause and read that at your own leisure. Right, 32. What's going on? Hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. Oracle message. Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details, observes the rain and the pond as well as the cloud, and doesn't miss anything. When hawk spirit arrives, you are called to pay close attention to the messages from spirit that can appear anywhere in any form. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. Hawk spirit asks you not to dismiss the signs that spirit is sending you to guide you. Lately, have you been hearing the same word or song, or coming across the same symbol here, there, and in the strangest places? Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyric pertaining to your query. That happens to me all the time, literally all the time, to the point now where I can ask Spotify a question, randomize, and it will give me the answer to my question. It's crazy. It's like I asked the other day because I was getting this thing saying because I know I get the messages from somewhere, and I watched a reading by Santaro that was like, you literally have a spirit guide. You have somebody who's guiding you. But it's coming through as like another person who's like a physical person, but I don't know. So I was like, right, well, why have I never thought to ask directly who is my spirit guide? And I asked, I was doing it in a card reading, and I kind of asked on Spotify as well. And I got, it wasn't The Man Who Sold the World. I'm thinking of the wrong song. Starman by David Bowie. And I was like, okay, so what, is like an alien? Like, God, thank you. And then I randomised again and got Hallelujah by Tori Kelly. So I don't know, it's like, it really felt like the universe answered my question, like, who's my spirit guide? Oh, it's, hey, we're here, it's us, it's the universe. But yeah, it always happens, and it can be something mundane as well, and it will literally, like, even as I'm listening, I can't listen to music anymore now without getting messages. I'll just be listening to music because I'm cleaning, and all of a sudden I'll have like these 10 messages, like, of the universe just telling me something. Or it's like I'll be thinking about something, and like the next song that comes on is like exactly what I've been thinking about. It's so bizarre. Like, literally, like, I would think I was going crazy if it wasn't like everything externally from me confirming everything. Okay, perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyric pertaining to your query, or you begin to notice uncanny billboards, license plates, or other places where repetitive numbers or words show up for you to notice. Pay attention to the animals that appear for you as just saying that, and connect with their symbolism. Spirit wants to communicate and reaches out again and again. When Hawk Spirit appears, it's a sign to listen. 33, again, synchronistic number. 3-3, you had 4-4 before. You've got like number patterns showing up for you here, and I absolutely shuffled all of these cards, like, to the point that I went through one by one and made sure that they weren't next to each other. Freedom is yours. When horse spirit appears, I'm also, as I'm picking up this card, they're showing me the white horse at the end of Game of Thrones. It's like the random white horse that everybody was like, where did that come from? And then like Arya rides it out of the city. So I don't know if that has any relevance to you at all, but that's what they're showing me. When horse spirit appears, you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It's a time for travel and adventure. Travel and adventure. Told you so. You've literally got the world card here twice. I mean, obviously when lockdown ends, when it's safe to travel. Whether that means taking a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom and choice. Horse Spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices that you can take, that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, a better state of being. For there is no one but you to rein in your will to make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that affect you for a long time to come. Horses are social animals and known to be a friend to mankind, willing to carry us forwards when we need it. Horse Spirit reminds you that help will be available to you whenever you need it, and companions will be by your side wherever you choose to go. Wherever, we're meant to be together, whatever direction you choose to travel. Life is an adventure, and Horse Spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have great spirit within, invisible yet holding you up and always walking by your side. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism and stubbornness. Make a move to enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. It could be dealing with the Sagittarius, possibly. That's kind of like Sagittarian energy for me, the horses. Or you may have a Sagittarian placement. I hope that was helpful to you, Aquarius. Really interesting reading, very concise, made a huge amount of sense. I love how like the parallels played out with the cards there. That makes me feel really satisfied when I get a reading like that. Sometimes I get a messy reading where I can't quite read it properly. There's a lot of conflict, it's messy. I felt like that a little bit with Capricorn's reading yesterday. I was really not satisfied with it. I was like, I can't quite figure out what's going on here. It's not making a huge amount of sense to me. This is so clear. I mean, I'm not surprised because you've got the King and Queen of Swords here and the Hawk Spirit. Like, so much clarity, and the Hanged One. Huge amount of mental clarity here. So definitely suits my Libra brain. Really interested to know what that is for you. If you're comfortable sharing, please do let me know, because I'm really curious about that. It feels massive. Lol, that's what she said. So yeah, do let me know what that is if you're comfortable sharing. If not, if you want to come as a stealth watcher, that's totally okay with me as well. I understand that sometimes if you've got to make some kind of big move, you want to kind of do it on the down low a little bit. I understand that. So leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to do that, and share with friends if you think this is their story or something that they need to hear. And let it shine. let it shine. And I'll see you again soon. All right, Aquarius, I'm gonna do the thing now on that card. Do take care. Have a really good 2021, and it's looking amazing for you. So I know that you will. I know that you will. Right, I'm going. Bye.